Our 2 cents.
With Oscar.
Allow me to tell you what a great start. What a great start. This it was getting complicated at first. I couldn't figure out how to start. I forgot what day it was. I forgot what the hell I was going to start with. And when I was finally ready, when I finally thought I was ready, I get a cramp. And that's where my head was coming down to the right or left, whatever side this is. I don't even know what side this is. But, anyways, happy Monday, everyone. June 14th. It is Flag Day for the U.S. of motherfucking A. And if you're in France or where's the other one? Russia. Those are the ones that I'm getting down, which is great. I love it. I love it. I don't have anything against anybody. So those are my people as well. Anyways, here we go again with our 2 cents. It is, like I said, June the 14th, Monday, Flag Day, USA. And it is going to be a hot as motherfucking day with the high being 101 degrees and with the lows of 68 degrees. What does that tell us? Global warming, people. Global warming. Or it's summer. It is definitely summer, but speaking of weather, did anybody else see what happened in Colorado? I forgot what county it was. I completely forgot. Don't quote me on it. If you want to know what county it was, just Google it. Tornado, Colorado in June 2021. Whatever. That thing looked crazy. If you pay attention, that thing looks like it was from a UFO. It was coming down and that was hiding. Did you guys hear the loud bang if you saw the video? Anyways, that's not why I'm here today. What I'm here today is to tell you guys how my weekend was. How some of the choices that I've made recently have gotten me to better myself. And I'm in the process of getting better. I've been reading self-help books. No, I'm just kidding. I've stopped reading, which I know I should. Who's gotten into reading, and I should take it as in, what should I take it as? I don't even know how to see it, but I like what I've done with my kids. Both of those little shitheads have picked up the books, which makes me a proud parent. You know, as a child, I wasn't much of a reader. I did not really give a crap about reading until, let's see, maybe my sophomore year. That's when I discovered Harry Potter. Great books, let me tell you. Since the very first time I picked up those books, I've done nothing but enjoy the shit out of those books. Do you know how many book reports I turned in on Harry Potter? Do you know how many false reports I've also turned in high school of Harry Potter just because I knew the books by heart? It was so many. I was so glad those were the only books. If there is a record, of when I was in high school, you will see that there is a period of time where I didn't know what the hell to write about or how to write it. Well, I guess I never learned how to write a fucking book report. I never really did. But that's not what I'm saying. I never said I got good at writing book reports. I said reading Harry Potter helped me write book reports, which in turn gave me B's and C's. So, which in turn, I graduated with 3 point something, I think. I don't know. I forgot. But it's like, what the hell is the point of the GPA? Like, really? I got to set this shit right before I start. Anyways, like, really, think about it. I don't, at least the line of work that I picked, after graduating and whatnot, the line of work that I picked did not lead me to any job that would require the grades that I managed to graduate with in high school. Put it that way. And on top of that, so see, this was the thing in high school. What especially are the math teachers. When it came down to like math and biology, it was like the calculator thing, right? So their thing was like, you're not always gonna have a calculator in your pocket. What do you think this is? What? But see, why did they think that we were never gonna keep a calculator in our pockets? When in those times, it sounds like it was a long time ago, but given the time of humanity of how long humans have lived in Earth, and I really don't know what to do with my hands when I'm talking, um, but I forgot what I was saying. Shit, that's why I need to stop saying something else when it comes to my mind. When it comes to my mind, because I forget what I was talking about. Anyways, I didn't pick any job that would require my GPA or my grades to have been as good as they came out. You know, this the thing is, nobody ever really knew what the hell they were gonna do. Oh, calculators. That's right. Yes, teachers were like, "You're never gonna have a calculator in your pocket." But at the time, not most students, what you would call your nerds, would wear those watches, the Casio watches with the calculator on them. How smart were those guys? See, most jocks consider themselves to be smarter than the nerds, right? Not that I'm saying I was a jock. Far from a nerd, far from a jock. I was like right in the middle, right in the middle. Although I was a pretty dumb person, still am, but I wonder, I wonder when does one consider to be really smart? Are you considered to be really smart at 50 just because you have life experience, or are you considered to be smart at 28, 30 because you finished a bachelor's degree or whatever the fuck it is that they get? I don't even know what the fuck school's about nowadays, because most things that you can learn to do, you can learn to do them online by yourself, unless you sign up to forex groups and you take their course. Then you can learn through them. But other than that, I mean, I don't see the need. Um, I'm not a. I'm see. I respect people who go to school. I respect everybody who's willing to get better and who's learning to get better and whatnot. Right. I just don't like the fact how school teachers act. The last couple of days, my kids went to school. See, I have a lot of respect for my kid's principal. I do. I do. What I do not have respect for is when this bitch tries to fucking go over what I'm telling my kid to do. I saw another family pick up their kid. He honked at their kid. The kid ran to the car. Nobody said nothing. He got in the car. So I'm like, I thought you're not supposed to do that, but I guess that's fine. Now, mind you, I could be wrong, and I am wrong most of the time. So I honked at my kid. He looked, he sees, and I waved at him. Hey, come on, run to the car. Let's go. And this lady turns around and, tells my kid, no, your father has to wait to get up here. I get out of line and I park my car. Okay, first of all, I've never stood on that stupid line like any of those Gentile parents. I always get off the car, get out, get out of the car, go walk to pick up my kid, and hug him when I pick him up, because I'm lucky enough to have I'm lucky enough to have that I can do, and I guess this time I was heated. Oh, she could see it in my face. I know she could. So this lady turns around and tells me, next time you need to make sure you pick up your son when you're all the way over here. I don't want any problems. I don't want this bitch to turn around and make my son's school time a living hell. I don't need that aggravation for my kid's life. I don't need that. Nobody needs that. So I just kept my mouth shut, turned around, and walked away. Now it's been a couple of weeks since that event, because my kids are out of school already, so it doesn't matter if you hear this bitch. I don't give a fuck. I don't know who the fuck she is. Anyways, I don't even know her fucking name. Anyways, that's how much respect I have for grade school. If that's what it's called, grade school. I have respect for education. However, I do not have respect for that. Should I use the C word? I don't know. Should I not? But I just felt upset because, you can't just, if I'm the parent, like, what the fuck, right? I could be wrong though. But anyways, I understand that she can't have, I'm going to say this. I understand that she can't have too many people undermining her authority. Authority. I can't even say it. Anyways, I understand she can't have anybody undermining her authority. So that was the reason why I kept my mouth shut, because I didn't want to explode and, just make a fool out of myself, because I had already done that. I had already made a fool out of myself by calling my son and just honking at him the way I had. But that's neither here nor there. And I don't know if I'm doing good or bad, but I understand the school system here. I understand it's a business. I understand those teachers don't want to be there. 90, I'm going to lower it to 75% maybe, because I'm going to say 2 out of 10 teachers do want to be there. That's even too high to say, because I don't know. I'm just throwing numbers out that I don't even know. Again, this is our 2 cents, right? So who gives a shit? So I'm saying what I want, when I want, how I want. Anyways. So I am, my kids ask questions. I give them the real answer. Like, they ask me about their teachers, like, why do they go there? And I'm like, because that's their job. Because they do that to get money for food. You teach them that. That sort of reality is what I'm teaching them. And they've also asked me about religion. And I said, well, you see, religion, there's so many things that are really great about religion. In community, not being, like, when it says don't be shitty to each other, that's great. I love that. However, what I don't love is, and I've shared this with my kids, what I don't love is how they get away with taxes. How. And I feel like I can say this. Maybe one day someone will know why, or y'all will know why. Y'all will know why. But I can say this. And they're kitty fuckers. That's what they are. I can say it. I know. I'm not going to say why I can't say it. I'm not going to share details of why. Maybe in the future, when I'm comfortable with sharing what that like why I think what I think about especially Catholic Church. That's where I grew. I should point out, I grew up in the Catholic Church. So if it's rude, I guess I don't give a shit, because that's how I feel about religion. Now, I love that people find comfort in it. I love that people have they find a community, and that's great for all that. And what I've shared with my kids, back to my point, is how it's a business, right? It's air quotes non-profit business, because when there's no internet and there's no TV, there's no cameras anywhere in the world, like per se in like 17s or 1400s, whenever the fuck it was that the church was in power, they went everywhere and they took everybody's gold. And they made them into chairs, into cool hats, into cool staffs, into cool rods that you carry and sit on a golden chair. You know, that's what they did. And maybe I'm wrong for not teaching them about religion, but I just don't think religion's the way. I think definitely spirituality is the way, but I just don't think religion's the way. It's religion and I have conflicts of interest. So yeah. And yeah. But anyways, enough complaining. So Saturday I decided to take my family on a trip. It was awesome. I mean, I've done that trip before, and it was cool. You know, I need to relax. I need to relax a little. Every time I'm out there, my stress level goes from at home. My stress level is like comfortable. Other than the normal worries, the regular worries of life worries that one would have. Other than that, oh, what the hell? See what I mean? That cramp's not gonna be good. I know I'm gonna get a cramp by the end of this today. I need to stop moving my leg. Anyways, where was I? My comfort level at home, my stress level at home is normal for a poor person. A poor person with the very minimum of what's the word I'm looking for? Excusez-moi. Anyways, with the very minimum amount of payments to make and with a very comfortable paycheck, fortunately, I put myself in situations where comfort was not around. But anyways, that's not here. What I'm saying is at home, my comfort level is here, my stress level. But every time I go out into the street, this is when I'm with my kids. But when I'm by myself, my stress level is from here to yay, right? What's normal for everybody. Everybody driving a car out there, you know you're not supposed to be going that fast. Your body knows it, so therefore people get stressed out really fast and they get mad really quick when somebody cuts you off and you get pissed and then somebody takes out a gun and then somebody shoots somebody, and that's called road rage. But that's why the stress level I'm saying goes from here to here when I go out by myself. Now, when I'm out with my wife and my kids out in the street, my stress level becomes 1,000 times worse. Anything sets me off. And on the way there, I was having this conversation with my wife. So I tell her, you know what? I need to chill the fuck out. Every time we go out, my stress level goes from 0 to 100 fast. As soon as we walk out the door, I'm over here walking around thinking somebody's gonna fucking jack my kids. And you know where that comes from? From reading too much online, hearing and listening to shit about people stealing kids all the time, and that Epstein case and all that jazz and whatnot. But anyways, that's what doesn't let me sleep when we're outside in the street. And so Saturday, right? Yeah, Saturday, I managed to maintain my level at a zen, which was awesome. And I kept thinking to myself, what could it have been that helped me control? And I noticed that Friday, I slept a lot. I came home from work. I Oh, because I started another thing that I'm gonna see if it works out. And so I keep seeing this shit on TikTok about power washing and whatnot. And I have an uncle that he used to do car wash, so he had a power washing machine and all and whatnot. So I went to him and I asked him, what would be best for this and for that. So he gave me pointers, and I finally got me a power washing machine, which I intend to make into a business. So we'll see how it goes. So I did that on Friday. My friend needed his pool washed, so I was like, "I'll do it for you." And I went and did it. You guys know him, Albert. Did his pool clean. So we cleaned this pool. I cleaned this pool right after work too. So I was tired from work, and then I went straight to his house to help him clean his pool because he needed to be clean, right? And it took me about 2 hours to clean it, and I think that's what did it. That's what did it. That was more than enough. I just couldn't. I just couldn't go anymore. I was so tired, and I came home, laid down, and I guess as soon as I laid down, I was out. My wife said that I laid down and I was out snoring like a fucking bear, and that's a problem. My snoring has came back. I I'm ashamed to admit my snoring came back. Unfortunately, but fortunately, I've caught it on time. The belly hasn't gotten that big yet, and my man boobs are growing again, but we need to control them. So back in 2019, when I started this podcast, I was a tip top magoo. My guns were showing, everything was on fleek, my six pack was coming out. But anyways, so I think those were happy times. And the fact that we had a whole virus that it was going to kill the whole half of the world, the half the population, that didn't help. That made it worse on my life. So when everything shut down, my dieting went out the window. The the thought process was, hey, if all this is gonna go to shit, I don't want it to go to shit while I'm trying to control my weight. I'll just eat whatever the fuck I want, whenever the fuck I want it, how the hell I want it. And that, let me say, quickly, very, very quickly became a problem. Very, very, very quickly became a problem because I was stuffing and still am up to today. No, 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 no. Let me back up. Up to yesterday, Sunday, the 13th. That was the last day of non dieting for me. So here's what we're going to do for the upcoming days. And I'm going to do it because it worked for me last time, and I'm going to do it so it could work again. And the process that I'm taking is, so I'm going to go back to my, what the fuck's it called? Fasting. So we're going to have a 12-hour, not a 12-hour window. That's too much. So let me do the math, first of all. So let's say 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. All right, so 8 hours. That's the window of chow. From 10 to 6 p.m. will be my window to chow. Is that cool? Does that sound cool to say chow? But the first thing you got to start with is you got to fix your gut biome, which is this. I'm talking to myself, so who cares? So I got to fix my own gut first. So I'm going to start with that as of today. As of today, first thing in the morning, what we're doing is when we're ready to get the ball rolling and get this show on the road, we're going to do a shot of apple cider vinegar. I felt my gut really, really healthy when I was doing that. I was also eating a lot of nuts. Who would have thought, right? Nuts. How many people did I make fun of for eating nuts? And now look at me, eating nuts. All kinds of nuts. Peanuts, walnuts, almond nuts, pistachio nuts. Are they nuts too? I don't even know. But I like eating a lot of nuts because it's great for the stomach. And it's awesome. I mean, I don't mean to be too graphic, but it's awesome for the bowel movement. And I've noticed it because last week I started eating nuts again. And not to be too graphic again, but it was awesome. It was great. And it was getting to a point where I was struggling a lot. And that's because of the way I was eating. But there's so many good things to eat out there. So Friday we stopped at a ramen place. I don't even remember the name. But God, that was so good. It was a miso. I don't even know what it's called, but it was that, and it was spam and rice. I got to. What is that called? Spam rice? I don't even know. Spam rice. Rice spam. Anyways, so my stress level gets to a point where I get stressed out and something happens and it sets me off. But Saturday, it was great because I managed to put that out the window. But you know what it is? I think it's because my kids are bigger now and they're able to follow without distractions when we're walking. Not so much for my smaller one, but that kid needs a lot of work. He's all right. He's good. You know what? I don't brag about my kids. Enough. I don't. They're really smart. Given what we have given them or we have taught them, it's just crazy how smart they are. Now, they both enjoy school and they both do great in school, as a matter of fact. But I don't brag enough about them. It's just they wanted to stream as well too. They wanted to stream, but I just don't think it's the right time for them to start doing this. I'm gonna wait till they're a little bit older, just to put them out in the world, because the internet is too tough. I remember I dove into fucking Omegle, OEMEGLE. Yo, those kids don't fuck around. I don't have the patience for how those kids talk there. They would set me off like this. And that's why I like having conversations, because I want to get to a point where if I don't agree with something, but you know what? It's not that I was. It just they're just too rude. I just don't agree with being rude. That's what I'm trying to say. But if we're having a civilized conversation, then I can really, have the conversation. I can get you tell me your thought, I'll tell you my thought, but this, but that, and so on and so forth. And at the end of the day, if you agree with me and I agree with you, then great. But if we don't, then great. We don't need to agree on anything together. And I don't even know how I got into this, but I was saying I kept my cool. Saturday, I like to say, and it was a fun day. We had breakfast on the beach, and it was awesome. I had a Mexican, I forgot the name. This is how bad I am. This is what marijuana does to you kids. Don't smoke. Leave it all for me so I can keep forgetting what the fuck I'm talking about. Because I always forget. What the fuck is the word? Egg in Spain is called una torta. If that helps. In France, le crêpe. Crêpe. There you go, crêpe. Um, Omelet. There you go. That's the word I was looking at. A Mexican omelet. Um, my wife had a. See, I don't even. I'm not even gonna try to tell what the breakfast was because I forget the name of all fancy shit. I hate going to fancy restaurants. I never know what to order. I just start pointing at pictures. Give me that. Give me that. And if the restaurant doesn't have any pictures, I'm the fuck out of there. I ain't fucking about to read all your ingredients. What the fuck? Show me a picture. This ain't classroom. And besides, picture sells better. La Croix. That a good commercial? Go ahead, take it, La Croix. Anyways, so I had a good time. We took the train. That's where I should have started, right? We took the train, which was did I mention that we took the train? Anyways, we took the train. It was fun. It was like about a 2-hour ride. You know, we passed through all Orange County all the way to Oceanside, where we went. It was awesome. Anyways, that's enough for today. Enough of bragging my day, which you probably didn't get anything out of it. And yeah. So I was watching. I like to scroll through my TikToks because that's actually the way how I find all the people that I've actually accepted to have a conversation with me. And I was scrolling through one. I forgot the name of this lady. I'm all for spirituality. I'm all for it. I get it. We all have the need to believe in something. But what is this fourth dimension we're talking about? There's this chick. She thinks that because she put a pool in her living room, filled it up with water halfway through it, put a mirror in there, she thinks now she's going to capture a monster from a fourth dimension. Anyways, so she thinks she's going to get a monster from a fourth dimension. Now, you can't give this people a follow. I can't because I'm going to talk shit about it because it's stupid. I didn't give him a follow. I just gave him a save so I can come back and peep. And because apparently she took a picture. Okay. She took a picture of a fourth dimension. She was just laying on her side with her GoPro in front of the mirror and just, sliding it. And apparently her hand was moving at the speed of light because she said she was going to slow down speed of light. First of all, your hand's not even moving that fast, girl. Second of all, I don't think you know what speed of light is. I don't either. Most of us don't know what speed of light is. Unless you're a fucking scientist or a physicist, then you would know what speed of light is. I could be wrong too. I'm a dumbass. I don't know. I bet you she doesn't know either. I said I bet. I didn't say I know she doesn't know. So I don't know. Because like I said, I don't know anything about anything. But I just don't think. Now, I understand content creation, which I will get into right now, which I'm working on something. Just remember this. Oscars. Thinks in the shower. There's something I'm working on with my TikTok. So that's why I'm saying I understand content creation and I enjoy it. I'm all about the dimensions. I believe in it. I know there's another billions of Oscars or thousands of Oscars doing this, maybe doing the same shit I'm doing or maybe doing the opposite shit if I would do. I don't know what's out there. But again, who knows? And when you say you know, do you know? Right? Now, I know scientists lie. I know scientists have an agenda for the most part. But there is trustworthy sources. You are not a trustworthy source. Because all you're doing is just taking a picture in the water in front of a mirror. How does that... Is it a special mirror? Like, okay, is it the mirror from Harry Potter? Is that the mirror that will allow me to see my deepest, darkest... No, not darkest. My deepest desire that I want? Is that it? And if you capture something, couldn't you just be catching your own reflection? That's what I don't understand. How is it that you're gonna say this is a monster from another dimension? But how? That's impossible. You know what? You know how I? You know what I think? I think she got this idea from because a couple of months back there was a thing going on TikTok where everybody would grab an old phone, turn the fucking camera on, and be like, "Oh look, I'm recording in another dimension." I don't think you're recording in another dimension. I think you're recording a shitty recording of a shitty old camera. That's what you're recording. You're not recording a window into another dimension. And the other thing is, what the fuck is this? The Mandela effect. I'm stupid. I don't know shit. But I do know that companies do change their logos at a certain time in their lifespan of whatever the fuck it's called, whatever that's called. I know that they change their logos. So when you come to say, wait a minute, didn't the Monopoly guy have a monocle? Well, guess what? It changed. It's not a Mandela effect. But again, I'm dumb. What the fuck do I know? I just don't think. This is what I think about those people that that actually want to really bad find something of that source. I think those people are scared of their reality. So therefore, they have to go and make up something that they want it to be real. Because this reality that we all live in, it's far too scary to comprehend how scary it is. Because think about it. Think about how dangerous the world is. You step out there, a fucking airplane comes fucking flying, falls on your head, you're dead. Oh, you don't believe it's happened? What the fuck? What happened with that with the wing of the airplane that fell into pieces and it fell in front of the house? Tell me that. If that would have been the case, I would have been walking out into that property. Boom, that shit would have landed in my head and I would have been done. I could have been you, or you. It could have been anybody, right? So again, this life that we all live, this is again our 2 cents, right? Our 2 cents. Don't kill me. This reality is just hard to comprehend. And now with the internet, it just gotten even harder because people can make anything up out of anything. Get a 3D printer, you can make something happen. Get that 3D printer, hook up one of those Raspberry Pis to that thing you created, and now you got an electronic walking. If you build a transformer or whatever the fuck you can build with it. So it's not to be disrespectful to those people. I know I said fuck them, right? I know I did. I know what I said. But let's be real. How scared do you have to be to make shit up? You know how scared? I understand how scared because I was once scared and petrified. I don't even know the song. But my fear before I started the podcast was, God damn, I'm getting old. I'm getting to this age and I need to make something happen. I'm getting to be 30 years old and I haven't done anything with my life. You know, I'm happy I have my kids. I'm happy I have them. It's an accomplishment, right? You made a family and make it happen and so on and so forth and whatnot. And you live your life and make your kids happy so they can live a happy life and you live a happy life. And I live my life by happy life. No, back up. I live my life by happy wife, happy life. And most people who are struggling with their relationships would call that a mandilon, right? Or if you have a good friend, then they would call you a mandilon too. But yes, I am a mandilon. Who cares? Anyways, so you got to do things that will keep your partner happy. Not saying do everything to keep them happy. I said do stuff that will keep them happy. Because most of us, I can see it happening in my relationship because it's just so easy to fall into that pattern where like you want to call the shots. I call the shots because I'm the man of the house. But it doesn't work that way. I just I see it. It has to be 50-50. And it's been working for 10 years for me. And it's been great. I mean, we've had our ups and downs, but it was more ups and downs at the beginning. But right now we're getting better at it. So we're able to figure shit out more. And, you know, you have to find yourself somebody at that level to share your life with. And don't find somebody that'll try to convince you just like you try to convince yourself about the fourth dimension and all that. This life is scary enough as it is. I mean, I just don't, I believe in all that, but I mean, what are you doing? Like really? It's just, you're taking a picture of yourself and you're calling yourself a monster from another dimension. Or maybe you're the monster from another dimension that's making everybody think that there's another dimension and want everybody to take the dimension out of the map, or I don't know what the fuck you want. Anyways, I just thought it was rude of her to come try to tell people I caught a monster. It's real. Come look at it. Can we just do what Twitter did? Can we just say it's a parody and it's not real? Right? I don't know. It's a friendly thought. TikTok. If you want to share that. Just kidding. I just don't. I'm just kidding. I don't want any more control from this platforms that we all use. I've talked about this and I'm going to bring it up again. I'm mad at YouTube. I literally only have two. I literally only have 2 subscribers on YouTube. And I was having this conversation about COVID with Rob. With Huey Media, right? And that video got taken down. The description clearly states it's just an opinion of a construction worker and another individual who have opinions. And whatever we talked about today, they're coming out that it might be what the fuck that. So now I have a thing on my YouTube. They said, warning, if you fuck up again, we'll give you 1 strike. So now I gotta walk this waters. Gotta stay on these rocks. Because those rocks have gotten smaller. I'm not gonna answer that. Anyways, at least not yet. But life is hard. As far as I understand it, it's complicated. It's more than just believing in dimensions. I mean, I see, and even saying that, I'm telling myself, like, you're wrong by saying that. Because I believe that there are other dimensions. But however, I don't believe this bitch saying that she found a way to view it. Because she's talking about light speed. And she's moving at this speed, right? At the same speed I'm turning. At that speed, she's moving her camera. And I don't know about you, but that doesn't look like light speed to me. How do you slow down light speed? Like, you can't. Because then it's not light speed no more, right? Am I right or am I wrong? I never have good closers for this, but I never have good closers. Never, ever, 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 ever. I always come short and I don't know. I just don't. Yeah, it was a good episode today. So this was me trying to enlighten you guys today, and as the podcast goes on and on and on. You know what? My son asked me today, are you going to start recording in 2023? I was like, what do you know? What do you know from the Matrix? What do you remember from the Matrix? Do you know? Are you telling me all the truth? No, I'm just kidding. I told him no. That's not gonna stop because I like I enjoy this. I enjoy doing this one, especially when I talk to other people. I enjoy it a lot. I enjoy having those conversations with those people because they make me feel how do I put it? I feel like I'm acquiring new information and I'm getting to know other people's perspectives in life, and that's important. And people don't whoa, where I go? That wasn't the right one. Anyways, people don't people don't how do you say this? I don't even know what I was talking about. I lost my train of thought because I was trying to get to this. But anyways, thank you all for listening to our 2 cents. And that's it for today. We'll see you. I forgot how to close this. Anyways, I like to thank my mom and my dad for supporting me in my time of need. Thank you very much. And I like to thank all of you for listening to this podcast. Thank you very much for the downloads. And now on YouTube for the views. This is our 2 cents. That didn't work, right? This is our 2 cents. Nope, it didn't work either. Video captured. Anyways, so again, this is our 2 cents.